Welcome to episode 3 of Eight Eyes, No Lies. I'm Logan. For those of you who don't know now, my brother Mason, I still have not figured out if he's on my left or right. I feel like maybe it's a consistent thing. Maybe it
I'm
changes.
always right. Let's go.
Always on the right. Well, he is always right. And obviously, later coming up, we'll have Mason's Money Moves, in which he is still miraculously undefeated. Went 2-0 last week, but we'll dive into that later. We got a lot to catch up on this week. Obviously, the Super Bowl is on Sunday. We're going to debut a first ever special guest this week. And, the Royal Rumble was this past week. Just a lot of stuff to talk about. So, I mean, let's not waste any time. Let's dive right into the Super Bowl, which is Patriots versus Seahawks. Patriots out of the AFC, Seahawks out of the NFC. Mason, what's kind of like your overall, I don't know, like, I guess I can start by saying, like, the story to me is these defenses are insane, and we got to figure out which quarterback's going to ice up and be clutch.
Yeah. I feel like I'm in the minority when I'm, like, very excited for this game. I think these are two of the best teams. I think they got it right. I think the way they played this year, and people hating on it because, you don't have any of the blue bloods in it, or current blue bloods.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, these are both all-time blue bloods, but I'm excited for it. I think this is going to be a really good football game.
I completely agree. I also think, like, it feels so nostalgic because, like, this is like, I feel like I'm back in 2014. I mean, literally that whole decade was Seahawks Patriots. It felt like, especially the Patriots. But well, also last week we added a new segment where we were ranking our top 5. So if you guys want to stay tuned later on, we'll do a top 5 Super Bowls of all time. Or we actually decided to do it in the last 20 years because obviously you just had to be some ones that we watched or maybe
in our prime.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, I'll dive into kind of what I'm thinking here is, like, we got 2 really good quarterbacks. Sam Darnold, I classify him as a really good quarterback, but Drake May, obviously MVP candidate. But at the quarterback position, May versus Darnold, who do you think has the upper hand?
The way he's playing right now, I want to go Sam Darnold. And I think it's big because just he's got more weapons than Drake May has.
Yeah.
JSN's probably, the hottest player in the NFL right now. So it's close. Drake May's obviously got an MVP, candidacy going on.
I agree. Sam Darnold's probably the hottest player in the NFL right now, but I've been saying it the last 2 weeks. Like, I just think when it comes down to it and you got to make the throw, I trust Drake May to make the throw more than I do Sam Darnold. Like, I feel like he's got a little bit more clutch gene. He's a little bit more. We're gonna find out. And like I said, I keep doubling down on this Sam Darnold take. Like, I just don't think he's ready. I'm predicting him to lay an egg. I got a stat here, though, and this is what I think is going to play into being a major role in the game and the outcome. But Sam Darnold is 8-0 this season when Seattle has not turned the ball over.
Wow.
And that's a 103-point differential.
Wow. So, and New England's got a really good defense. I guess that going to determine a lot.
And I think, both these defenses, here's another one here too. And this is my whole take right here. This is what I think it's going to come down to in the Super Bowl. Explosive plays is going to be the difference in this game because these are the best 2 defenses in the league at eliminating explosive plays. Patriots are number 1 and Seattle's number 2 at eliminating big plays. Wow. And then New England is 4th in the NFL at creating the big play and Seattle's 8th.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's literally going to be...
It's going to be a ball game.
It's going to be a game, and I think it's going to be the big play that's going to be the difference. And
yeah, for sure.
Big play. You made a good point. You made a good point with saying that, like, Sam Darnold does have weapons, like weapons on weapons.
Yeah, I don't know if Charbonnet going to be back or not, running back. Kenneth Walker's your starter, but Charbonnet, when they got that 1-2 punch going, that running game is ridiculous.
Those dudes do not get tired. So I think, obviously New England, if they're 4th in the NFL at creating a big play, obviously they have weapons too. So I think it's going to be a chess match until someone can hit that explosive play. But it's going to be it really is going to be a good game. I think
the running back battle. You have Charbonnet and Walker on the Seahawks and Henderson and Stevenson on Patriots. 2 because there's no like number 1 guy. They're both they split the time and they're ballers. That I just thought about. It's going to be a good little battle there.
Yeah. And I kind of wrote down, all right, so Seattle's offense, obviously Cooper Kupp, ASN, Chichi, Kenneth Walker. If Charbonnet plays, that's. But looking now, though, I mean, New England's offense is pretty underrated in my opinion. Like, obviously, MVP
Yeah.
candidate Drake May at quarterback. Like, people are gonna say, "Oh, how are they underrated? They have a great offense." Like,
Yeah.
which they do, but like, I mean, Kayshon Boutte is playing
Oh,
good
yeah,
football.
that's a
I mean, like, if you had told me this in September, I'd been like,
yeah,
who is Kayshon Boutte?
definitely need to check
Stephon
that.
Diggs, even like Douglas can make some big plays.
Yeah,
Travion Henderson, Hunter Henry, and then like you said, the running backs, Ramondre Stevenson. Like,
yeah,
dude, I mean, I don't see Seattle's favorite 4.5.
yeah, yeah, unless it's moved,
Dude,
but
I don't know. I don't see how
hold
that's a
that
lot of
thought, I'm
points.
gonna tell you in a little while.
Alright, alright. Yeah, I mean, what do I know? You're the expert, but, I just don't it just
It'll be a
seems like
good
a
game.
lot of points. Like, when I'm looking at this, I mean, these teams are evenly matched. Like, I think this is gonna be a freaking unreal game.
Yeah, yeah, it is. I'm excited about it.
I mean, and then you got 2 coaches that have never won a Super Bowl, 2 quarterback I mean, it's gonna be a lot of firsts, but it doesn't really feel like it. With New England, like, it's just like they're back.
Yeah, I mean, here they come,
It's just like it just seems like these guys won't go away, and then I don't know as far as, like, they're playing out west, so that's gotta favor Seattle a little bit.
Yeah, they
Obviously,
should have the numbers, but
and well, that and, like, travel, but I
yeah.
kinda retract what I was about to say too because, like, you get over there early enough, you would think that they'd
Yeah,
get over there plenty of time. These guys
more
aren't gonna.
expensive for New England to get there, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, you're talking about fans?
yeah, fans, yeah, like,
I was talking about, like, the teams get over there, like,
yeah, they're already there.
time change, like, but they'll be adjusted by then, so I think it'll be interesting
Yeah.
to see, but
Super
let's,
Bowl week, man, it's
I
exciting.
say I know this might affect, like, your money move, so you can hold off with this, but I
Alright,
I was gonna say, like, let's go ahead and do I wanna predict the final score right now. Like, we're not even 10 minutes into this thing, I wanna go
yep,
ahead and predict the final score and tell you who I think's gonna win.
alright.
So like I said, going
Uh,
back, I think it's gonna be a defensive battle. What's the over under, like 44.5?
45.5 right now.
45.5. Alright, so I'm pretty close. I've got New England winning this game 24-20.
Wow, the
So I'm
Patriots.
advising the under. We'll go see if Mason's money moves
I
change it.
am gonna hold off on my prediction for now, but
That's
I think it's gonna be a good football game. I don't get the Seahawks blowout allegations going on. I will say that.
that's the thing, dude. Like I keep looking.
And they look better the past couple weeks for
They
sure,
do,
but
yeah. But I'm
it's
just saying,
Super Bowl, lights are on, Vrabel's a dog. I mean, I could see the New England pick.
and then like I know it's not the same players and Tom Brady's gone, but it just seems like
They're
New
built for it.
England. It's just what they
Robert
do. Like
Kraft is built for it.
it pisses me off because like no one like, and I can't wait to get our guest's take
Yeah, special
because
guest.
I'll lead into our special guest is a New England Patriots fan, but like no one likes these guys and all they do is just seem to win. Like, they had that 5-year drought, people are counting them out, they're back. So it's just kind
Yeah.
of it's kind of annoying, especially like, you Dolphins fans, like Dolphins haven't won a
Yeah.
playoff game since 2000. Is that right?
Yeah, out of left field too, by the way.
No, I'm just saying like it's got to be annoying for you to have a team in your division that like I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
we've never played in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's definitely frustrating, but
So,
it's just not
well,
the
I think
Bills.
that, there's a million Cowboys, a billion Cowboys fans, and, like,
Yeah.
they're right there. Can't it seems like they can never take that
It's
next step, and
should
then,
be
like,
there,
New
but
England,
that's a different conversation.
yeah, but then it's like every single time New England's close, they get it done.
Yeah,
It seems
it,
that way.
Seattle too. I mean, you gotta give it to
Good
Seattle. I
point.
mean, they're
They win the
well,
NFC a
this year
lot.
they haven't really been close
Good point.
since Russell Wilson, then they, winning Super Bowls, so
That's a good point because both of these like 3 years ago, both of these teams were trash,
yeah. Yeah, Seattle had some
and last year, these teams were trash.
yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, New England was supposed to be getting picked number 1 in the NFL draft this year, and I have a question I'm gonna ask our guest about what a text that he sent me when the Dolphins and the Patriots were playing early in the seasons. We'll
Yeah,
get to that, but
yeah. But yeah, I think this is probably the most excited I've been for a Super Bowl in a long time.
I'm fired up for
Mm.
it. I'm fired up for it. Get some finger food going.
And I know you can't really say like I know you can't say like who you want to win because of what we got coming on later, but like you can't predict
I
yet
can say what I'm pulling for without gambling.
who you want to win this game.
Seattle. Yeah.
Seattle.
I mean, that you have to hate the Patriots. I don't hate them
Yeah.
probably as much as most AFC East fans do that aren't
Well,
New
like,
but
I can kinda speak for you here, I guess, a little bit, but it's like Miami Heat and the Celtics seems like they meet in the
I
freaking
hate the
playoffs all
Celtics.
the time.
Yeah.
I feel like the Red Sox are a very hateable organization,
Yeah.
and then you got the Patriots have just absolutely dominated that division for
I
your
feel
whole
like
life.
and this could be one-sided beef, but the Boston and Miami, I feel like there's beef there. I don't know, 'cause yeah, you got Heat and Celtics have had the past, like, 5 out of the last 7 years beating in the playoffs, and then, obviously, Dolphins and the Patriots been in the same divisions. Definitely, it might be just me. Maybe I'm just the biggest Boston hater. I
Well,
doubt it, but
and another thing I'll say too is like even when the Dolphins haven't been good and the Patriots were like, the king of the
yeah,
NFL, like the Dolphins was still
we beat
freaking
'em.
dude, like you had a miracle in Miami, like
Yeah,
you had like weird stuff would happen. Like I don't know enough about how Patriots fans feel, but like that does feel like a little bit
they probably
of
don't
a
even know of
rivalry
our
for sure.
existence anymore, but
Well, now you got Jeff Halfley slash Greg Heffley, the
oh,
wimpy
yeah.
kid, so you never know. Well, let's get into this thing. Joining us now, this is our first ever special guest,
Let's go.
lifelong Pats fan, diehard Clemson Tiger, only player in
Yes!
Lincoln County Rec to have a higher 3-point percentage than free throw percentage. 10 handicap, Nick Dorman, aka the Red Mamba. Nick, thank you for joining us, and man, you look good in that AFC Championship gear there, brother.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I bought this hat. It was $45, so we should ban fanatics. That's a joke.
Good
This
God.
Yeah.
hat being $45, it should be 22.
And then
Alright.
there's kids in Zimbabwe that got the Seahawks or the Broncos ones for free.
Yeah, well, I hope they get the Seahawks Super Bowl championship hats too
There
to
you
go with
go,
their
bro.
Bronco.
There you go. Well, I know you kind of caught the end of what we were just talking about, but we'll kind of move into like welcome back to playing legitimate football because you guys were ass for 5 years.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So I'll go with my first question for you. I have like your whole life, the Patriots were like the team in the NFL. Brady leaves, Gronk leaves, Belichick leaves. Take a step back, obviously. What was it like from 2020 to 2025 being a fan like pulling for teams like this? And then like how does it feel to be absolutely back?
So I remember it specifically. It was like spring break 2020,
Mm-hmm.
and I get like an ESPN notification that Tom Brady is not like coming back to the Patriots, which like it was kind of on the rocks. They like lose to the Titans and at like the home playoff game, so it was kind of on the rocks if he was coming back. Then he's not coming back. I shed a tear. There's a video of Carter just like grilling me in the ear about Tom not coming back. So 2020, we're all Clemson fans. I'm
Yep.
like, great, Tom's not coming back. Let's rebuild. Let's go 0-16, and we pick up Cam Newton. And I'm like, dude, we go 0-16,
Man.
we get Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
And instead we get Cam Newton. And that wasn't bad. Cam wasn't terrible. We went like what was it, like 8-9 maybe?
Was
Or
that the COVID
something.
year?
Yeah, that was the COVID year.
I remember that.
No, it wasn't 8-9. 8-9 was the next year or 2 years from that. That was just kind of like the COVID year for everybody is just kind of like throw it out. Nobody really
Yeah.
cares, right?
I was looking randomly, but I saw the freaking Super Bowl in the COVID year had like 22,000. Oh, Nick, by the way, cheers, brother.
Wow.
Mountain Dew Blue.
Cheers.
Saw you take a swallow of that. So
Yeah, I have two. I have a backup and then one that I'm starting on.
but I'll also
But
take.
then
But
we so 2020 ends and we move to 2021, and I'm like, you know what? This could be an okay draft. Let's just not draft Mac Jones because I don't like Mac Jones. I don't think he's a good player. He's a good player, but he was on like one of the best college teams of all time. He's throwing to the freaking Heisman winner. We draft Mac Jones, and I was like, this is terrible. My one memory from that year, they made the playoffs that year, which is kind of crazy, and got
yeah, I
their
remember
shit
that.
rocked by the Bills. But they beat the Bills in Buffalo in like a snowstorm. It was like 14-10, and Jones was like 2 for 3 on passes. Like that's just I don't know why that memory sticks with me.
Well, we got our experience with Mac Jones last year, and it was like, dude, 1 week he'd be unreal, and then the next week he would suck.
Yeah.
Like he's so inconsistent. And we watched him play. We went to the Jets. We played the Jets in Everbank last year, and Trevor was obviously hurt, but Mac Jones was like sneaky cooking, but we lost the game. But I was like, holy shit, Mac Jones is like, but I
Yeah,
guess
he's like a good backup.
dude, he's a solid
Yeah.
backup. Where is he now? Is he in? He's
He's the backup for the
49ers.
Niners. Yeah.
oh duh. Yeah, he lit it up. They were like 4-0 or 4-1 with him in there. But
I'd take him right now over Tua. Right now.
yeah, you made me think of kind of an interesting thing. Like looking back now, all right, you guys are about to play in the Super Bowl. You wanted them to draft Trevor Lawrence. Would you trade Drake May for Trevor Lawrence if you didn't know in 2020 that you guys were going to eventually make it to the Super Bowl?
If I wasn't a Clemson fan, no.
Yeah.
But that Clemson,
Oh yeah.
that's just gonna be like, I would love to have Hippie as my quarterback. That's what Dad always called him, and I'm gonna call him that. Hippie with his long hair.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, like, there's nothing better than like Trevor Lawrence just breaking free for like a 50-yard run. And his
Nothing
hair's just
better.
floating around.
Just
I mean, it's great.
Nothing
It's
better.
great. It's awesome.
That was like the biggest difference in the Jags offense this year compared to last year. Is like they've unlocked Trevor and let him run. He ran in Clemson and it was like he was pretty lethal. And like
Yeah.
Doug Peterson, well, for one, he was getting concussed like every other week, so he was probably reeling him in on that. But like that's what made our offense better this year, and I think that's what makes Drake May so dynamic. Is like you don't really know when he's going to take off, and I like Drake May.
Well, that's what everybody was talking about, like the Denver game. Like Drake May didn't do anything passing, but like we're in a freaking blizzard, and he makes plays with his.
Yeah.
But in the Denver game, his legs were the difference, and really the reason the Patriots won the game.
I mean, it's on display there on that last play too. That was sick.
Yeah, I heard that. I think I saw this on Twitter that he like audibled that, and nobody knew that he was going to like run around. I don't know if that's true, but if that is, that's kind of insane to do that. AFC Championship, but great job, Drake.
And to me, that's what separates. I've been saying this. I don't know if you paid any attention, but like the last 2 episodes we've done, I've been on Sam Darnold hard. I think that's what separates Drake May from Sam Darnold. Like Sam Darnold's not making that, like whatever they call Sam Darnold's going to run that play. He's not going to try to do anything crazy. Like he's not going to go out and win you the game. I personally feel like he's not going to go out and win you the game. I feel like Drake May has that ability.
This guy's Darnold's #1 hater, right?
Yeah, no. I watched one episode. He's like, he's trash. Well, he's not the greatest, but he's been good.
Yeah, he is.
I think he's been good. He's been great of late, but like he's going to lay an egg. It's coming. So, Mason, you got a question for Nick?
Yo, man, yeah, and I don't know, Nick, if you remember this or not, but week 2 in our fantasy football group chat, it was New England and Miami squaring off, and you sent me a text and said, this is the battle for last in the league.
Wow.
The Dolphins won that battle for last in the league. The Patriots won the game. Why was this season a success and not what y'all thought it was going to be? As a fan, is it coaching? Is it just Vrabel being a baller? Or is it Drake May's MVP year?
Oh, no. So, opening game, the Patriots lost to the Raiders, if I'm not mistaken, which have the #1 pick, which is kind of crazy. It's like the team representing the AFC in the Super Bowl lost to the team that has the #1 pick overall. Wild. Well, #1, it has to do with Vrabel. I think Vrabel's a hell of a coach. Tennessee was crazy for firing him. I guess it was when 2023, when Belichick was gone, I was like, okay, well, Vrabel got fired. We need to hire Vrabel. He's a Patriot.
Yeah.
This is who we need to hire. And we hired Mayo. And I was like, And then we went 4-13 with Mayo, fired him, hired Vrabel. But, Drake's rookie year, whatever. I think this has to do with the Patriots, with Drake being a second-year quarterback. I think the game's probably slowed down a lot for him compared to, like, being a rookie in the NFL. It has to do with Vrabel being a baller. And it has to do with, like, the free agent acquisitions, too. Like, you get Diggs, but I think the biggest free agent acquisition, in my opinion, both of them really come on the defensive side. Milton Williams, they picked up in Philadelphia. He's a freaking stud.
Yes.
And if you're like, if you're a person that doesn't really know like a lot of players, just like watch a Patriots game when they're on defense, and you'll see number 97 just wreaking havoc.
Yeah.
And then Harold Landry, who played with Vrabel at Tennessee, he's kind of like the outside linebacker in the 3-4, but he can come down and play DN, whatever. That was also a great pickup. So they made a lot of good free agent acquisitions, but I didn't expect them. I expected this year to be like, let's go 8-9.
Yeah.
Or 7-10. Nobody, not me, not anyone expected them to do what they're doing now. I mean,
You're
this
right.
is unheard of. So, I mean, I think it's a lot of things. I think it's coaching. I think it's Drake May's second year in the league
Yeah.
and
It's
free
kinda
agent
like Belichick
acquisitions.
to me, Vrabel. I mean, same kinda just attitude and douchebag.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, and I mean, he played for Belichick,
yeah.
so and he's I hate to be like the guy that's like the Patriot way, but like
Hey, his culture,
he
same way.
yeah, I mean, he's been in that culture, so he knows like what the standard is there.
Yeah. No, I get
Um,
that.
I
and he's
think
just already a good
that's
coach.
the most impressive thing to me about Brable this year is like to come in and just immediately like he had a vision for what the culture was and what he wanted it to be, and just immediately just be like, bang, we're
Yeah.
back to the Patriot way.
But also, I'm a realist. They did go 4-13 last year, so they're playing teams that are supposed to be ass, while the Patriots are also ass. The Patriots just happen to be
Yeah.
really good this year,
Well,
so the schedule helped them out a little bit. And I'll get more into the schedule later when it comes to talking about the playoffs and who we've played. But
well, it's still hard to win in the NFL.
uh-huh.
Like,
Yes.
you know, it's not like you're playing the freaking Jets every week.
I mean, these guys are pros, all of them. They're all
Yeah.
pros, and they're all paid a lot of money
Yeah. It's no
to play a boys' game for a living.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, and then, like, I think the evidence right there is that like you said, you lose to the Rams, and then you make you lose to the Raiders and then make the playoffs. I mean, the Super Bowl. That tells you all you need to know about like parity in the NFL. But also, it took me like 14 weeks to start believing in you guys. Like I was still like, I don't know, and then like you guys started rolling towards the end of the year. I'm like, Patriots are good.
it took me a while too, just because like I watched the Raiders game. I did like the illegal stream service. What's the thing that got shut down? The site. I
Stream
can't.
East.
Yeah, that. I
Took
was
it away
trying to do
from
it
us.
on that,
Stream
and I
East.
found it on maybe it was like meth streams, crack streams, something like that. And I watched the game, and I was like, wow, this is brutal. Then I decided that, well, number one, trying to illegally stream a game is such a clusterfuck. It's awful. It's terrible. So I just don't, I don't really try to do that anymore. And I think the next Patriots game I watched was when they beat the Bills. I actually like watched all the way through. I mean, I like kept up with it on my phone, but it's hard to illegally stream games, and because you get 9,000 ads and then it like lags out and you got to go back in, and I'm not paying what is like $500 for Sunday ticket. Not
It's
doing that.
insane. It is
Yeah, I'm not
insane.
doing that. So, but well, this is just side subject. College football, we've got
Let's get into
7,000 games on 42,000 channels. In NFL, they're like, you know what? You get 2 games here, 1 here, and 1 there. You're done.
And like
why?
where we are too, and like this is not a shot at the Panthers, but like they suck. No one wants to watch. Like I don't want to watch the Panthers. I don't want to watch the Falcons. I used to be a Falcons fan. It tortured me. I hate everything to do with that franchise. I don't want to watch them. I don't want to watch the Titans. That's just like I don't know. And you're right, dude. I can get Oklahoma State playing Houston on my TV, freaking in the middle of the day on a channel that everybody has, and I can't watch the Patriots play the Raiders on week 1 because that makes no sense to me, and that is annoying.
Yeah, it's just brutal.
But you
Just brutal.
where we are.
But I did bet on the Patriots. I think it was the Jets. Was that the game Drake May had like 5 touchdowns in the first half, passing touchdowns in the first
Like his
half or
coming
something?
out party.
Yeah, I bet on them that game. So I was like, I mean, they're playing the Jets. The Jets are trash. And then that happened, and I was like, that's I don't really care who you're playing in the NFL. 5 passing touchdowns in the first half and a half is just insane.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
But,
And I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know much about the Jets this year, but last year the Jets had a really good defense. So I mean, but that goes back to like we said. I mean, every team in the NFL is competent to an extent. I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Mason, you got another question for Nick?
Well, yeah, I was gonna ask who his favorite Patriot is of all time, other than Tom Brady, and if Drake May goes out and wins this Super Bowl, does he creep up to the top 5?
Yes, he probably would. There's so many guys that I could name. I don't know. It's like when I played football, I played as a tight end, so Gronk would have to be
I was
there.
betting on that you would pick.
I have a Randy Moss jersey on the way. So I had an old Randy Moss jersey, like an old Reebok jersey, and then it was like a kid's medium. So obviously that didn't fit. So I went to eBay and bought a
That didn't fit.
Another one. No, I didn't fit. It might
You had
fit
that
like my
kid's
arm
medium
now.
there?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Randy Moss, I mean, I know he's not like known for being a Patriot, but
He's
he's freaking Randy Moss.
Yeah.
A low key one is like Vince Wilfork, just because he's
The beast.
he's fat. I mean, he's fat. He's fat.
He was super fat.
Yeah,
I got-
and then I mean, there's so many. Like I could go like think about running backs. You got like Lawrence Maroney, Corey Dillon.
Corey Dillon was a good one.
Tight ends, Aaron Hernandez. Too soon.
yeah. Top 10.
But seriously, talk about
man.
tight ends. Probably Dwayne Allen's got to be up there just because he played at
Yeah,
Clemson.
there we go.
And
Dude,
that's like
I forgot.
but that's like the only Clemson player I think that I can remember that's played at New England.
Where's Vinatieri ranking all this?
Well,
Kicker.
yeah. It's like, I mean, if I rank Vinatieri, am I ranking Goskowski behind him?
True. That's a
And,
baller, too.
Andre Borregales or Andy Borregales, you know, or is he third? Like, you know.
I got a question for you here too. I think I spewed some fake news last week on the show. Did Vinatieri kick 2 game winners in the Super Bowl or just 1?
Oof. I know he kicked one. One was against the Panthers, right?
Yep, that's the one I was thinking. And then
Let's just crap on the Panthers for the rest of the show.
they suck. Like,
Yeah.
anyway,
I honestly don't remember exactly.
I'm not sure either because I forgot about like Goskowski. I think he kicked 1.
But I mean, they beat their first 3 Super Bowls. They all won by 3 points.
That's what
Probably.
I'm thinking he kicked 2, but I don't know. Maybe I could be.
I know
wrong.
for sure the Panthers.
Yeah,
But other than that, I'm not 100% positive.
that was like I was 5 years old, but that was like my earliest memory of NFL football for some reason. That I like can see that field goal going through the uprights and the Panthers losing. I don't know.
I'll be honest with you. I don't remember the Patriots' first 3 Super Bowls. My earliest memory of the NFL was Devin Hester returning the opening kickoff against the Colts.
Well, let me ask you this because I think about this all the time. This is slightly changing the subject. Like, what is your earliest memory of like Clemson football? Because like to me, it all like my brain just all of a sudden woke up in that 2003 season. Like I remember Charlie Whitehurst just dealing it that down the stretch when we got hot and beat Florida State. Like I remember that.
The game, the 63-17. That's my earliest memory.
That was the first game I ever went to.
I remember watching it upstairs on like a TV that was like this size. And I was like playing with my little Thomas the Trains. Like I just keep looking up at the score and it just keeps going up and up and up. I'm like, let's go. You know, it's great.
Touchdown, Chad Jazz.
Mine is a whole lot worse than yours. My first memory was Jad Dean missing the field goal and like whatever year that was, and
2006.
my uncle running across the street with his Gamecock flag in my front yard. I think that's where the hatred has come from.
That was a brutal one. That was a brutal one. Y'all hear this thing dinging?
I heard the ding.
Yeah, I don't know why that's doing that. I don't know how to mute it, but anyway, I think that's interesting because you were 5 years old in 2006. We were 5 years old in 2003. So maybe that's like when the human brain turns on.
Science. It's got to be.
Yeah, there you go. That's interesting.
Wow, this is huge.
This is a science show.
We have broken news here on pod.
This is a science show. All right, I got one more question for you, Nick. We've obviously, I think it's fun to kind of torture Mason with the whole Boston sports thing. He is not a fan. He doesn't like the Celtics. He doesn't really like the Patriots. You could probably throw the Red
Patriots
Sox.
is definitely the least of my worries. Yeah.
I feel like it's a respect thing, but anyway, definitely he's out on the Celtics. You know, a lot of people. Mason's not alone. A lot of people just hate Boston sports, and you know it could be because all the winning and a little bit of jealousy. But like, I don't think anyone ever gets to hear your side of the story. Who do you guys hate? Who is like your least favorite team or like the rival? Who do you want to lose every single week?
This is honestly gonna like shock y'all when I tell you this because I feel like most Patriots fans would be like the Jets, the Bills, the Dolphins, the Giants because of what they did twice in the Super Bowl. Mine is the freaking Eagles. Hate the Eagles.
Yeah.
I hope they lose every game. Their fans suck. They suck. I mean, you freaking boo Santa Claus. Get out. Get them out.
You can't boo.
I hate them. I don't like them at all. They're my least favorite team.
So
I agree.
that was a perfect answer.
Yeah, I think, and that's probably a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause, me and Mason went to the Redskins-Eagles game right before Christmas. There were There was more green in FedEx, or I don't think it's FedEx Field anymore, but we're gonna call it FedEx Field. There was more green there, I think, by far. What do you think, Mason? About 70-30 green to red?
At least. It might have been
Jeez.
80-20.
They traveled, and they were obnoxious, and
They sucked.
so
They were terrible.
Well, you see all this stuff on TikTok of like people just like walking through the tailgate to get to the stadium, and everybody's like cussing them out, booing them, and throwing stuff at them. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, like,
what are we doing?
come on.
I mean,
It's bad.
that's another. I worked with a guy who's a Giants fan, and he said that he went to Philly and went to the game. He came back out, and his truck had a Giants license plate, and then he had some Giants stickers on the back. And he said they scraped the stickers off the back of his thing and ripped his license plate off. And he said
That's insane.
it was folded in half and was in the back of his truck.
See, so I always thought that like that might be a little bit overplayed about how bad Philly fans are.
Yeah.
But y'all know Dylan Baker. Him and Elizabeth went to Dolphins Eagles game a couple of years ago up there.
Should be no bad blood between those teams.
No, there's like the Dolphins and the Eagles. They're nothing. There's nothing there.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not nothing there.
Because we suck.
They go in the stadium, and Elizabeth says this like Philly woman comes up to her, and she's like, just gets in her face immediately. It's like, F you Miami Dolphin trash. And she's just like, they're not the type that are gonna like go back at somebody. But if somebody did that to me, I would freak out. I just can't. Like the guy at the QT on the Hall Stanford game.
Yeah, wow.
But we ain't got time to talk about that.
We don't.
But but that just shows you kind of like what goes on up there. I would love to attend a game at every NFL stadium except that one.
We skipping out on that one.
Yeah, I have no interest in that.
I'd have to wear green and be an idiot for 4 hours, but
You'd have to fit in and act like one for 4 hours.
yeah. Also, I think you booked yourself another guest appearance on the show because we do need to get into breaking down what happened at the QT that night at the Clemson game. Nick and I got into, mainly Nick. We'll have you back on.
How about
Celtics
getting Vucevic as of about 3 hours ago?
Yeah, I saw that. That's
good pull there.
I feel like that means that Tatum's going to be back before the playoffs, and they're going to make a run.
That's
It's
a run.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the whole reason for them getting wasn't it Anthony, and I don't know how to say his first name.
Simons.
Yeah, I thought the whole reason for him was to take basically Tatum's spot, and then Tatum comes back.
He did a good job too.
Yeah, he did. He did a great job. Doing that trade now just kind of told me like, yeah, Tatum's coming back in April.
I just saw him deadlifting on Instagram today. Just a few months from an Achilles tear. So of course,
basketball players can't be from America anymore.
No, they're all European.
Vivek. What was his name? Vucevic.
Vucevic.
There
he's
you go.
He's good too. He's really good.
I thought he was a tennis player.
We're getting canceled.
Anyway, I got one more thing for you, Nick. All-time favorite moment as a Pats fan.
So that's kind of tough. It used to be, all right, let me look at here. All right. So, so the first Super Bowl that I saw them win was when they beat the Seahawks and Malcolm Butler had the interception at the goal line.
Yeah.
That's hard to top.
Yeah.
And then they come back on the Falcons for, 28-3?
Yep. Like 3 minutes ago in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's that. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. Both of those are like here for me. That's so hard to pick one. It's one of those two because one's so improbable. Well, both are improbable. It's like no way you pick the guy off running. Yeah, that's insane.
Give the ball to Marshawn Lynch and Brady's got one last ring. Instead, you throw it to the wrong team.
Exactly. Yeah.
Rigged.
Yeah, it's one of those two moments. I don't know. The joy I felt in both of those moments is pretty. Yeah. It's about the same.
Yeah. One of those jump up and down, Chandler Catanzaro beats LSU kind of moments where you just lose your mind.
Yes. I can still remember James White going in the end zone whenever they won in overtime. But I also remember Tom on the sidelines, like jumping up and down like a child when Malcolm Butler.
Oh, yeah.
Did that. So, I don't know. Those are like 1A, 1B.
Yep. Those are two iconic, like, NFL films type moments. Also, before we let you go, there's been a video going around. I know you guys got a lot more snow than we did, but the people want to know, this went viral worldwide. The people want to know, Nick, How far did this golf ball go?
So as you see there, it's a little bit of a pool.
Wow. It's
And
cutting.
apparently the wind was there. That ball actually ended up in the woods on the right.
Did it really? It looked like it was
Yes.
down the middle.
It was a little bit of
3, 2.
outside the end swing.
We're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it one more time with some sound. Just listen to this cannon go off.
It sounded
pure.
good. It sounded good. Light the candle.
My God. I mean, you
Wait,
can't.
dude, that's why I'm drinking out of this cup here tonight. Because that's just who I am.
You
That's what
cannot-
I do.
You can try as hard as you want, but you cannot hide talent. And also, I'll like to point out, Nick is not a lefty. That was a forward screen on a reflection. Well, we can call him, he's not a lefty, but that was 400 yards easy.
Yeah, that drive, if there was like no conditions, that probably would have been like, that'd probably been like a 280 drive.
280.
But with the wind like just blew it to the right. Like I hit it and I was like, oh, that's gonna be perfect. And then the wind just like picks up and it's just like it just keeps going. It probably landed like on the tree line. It didn't land in the trees.
It's a tight.
But it was like, yeah. And I posted that on my story and somebody was like, did you go and find the ball? I was like, obviously not. It's a white ball and there's snow on the ground. No, I didn't. I didn't go and find the ball.
So I just got on the phone with Lancaster County Sheriff's Department, though, and they said the course was closed, so they're investigating this.
Yeah. Well, arrest me for trespassing, and there's video evidence. So
True.
I guess I'll be the next person on their Facebook page, the Lancaster County Mug Shots. Here we go.
Well, thanks for joining us, Nick, and we'll definitely have you back on. But that was a lot of fun, and
Well,
good
might
luck
have to get a
Patriots.
post game recap next week or something. Just
I mean,
if you're a winner and you're excited.
If the Patriots win and you want to come back on this thing next week to have a celebratory beer with me, and you're more than welcome.
Yeah, I might do that. I hope they win. My heart says like 31-24 Patriots.
Love it.
But my mind, my brain, and my gambling is telling me like 24-20 Seattle. But like you said,
Patriots
Drake
cover there
May-
though.
yeah, well, see, that'd be good for me both ways. Patriots plus 4.5 lock of the year. Not really. But I hope they win, and I think they have the talent to win. But it's just one of those things. It's kind of like which quarterback's going to play better. Is it going to be the guy that is in his second year in the league, or is it going to be the guy that's played great this year that everybody thinks is kind of trash and bound for a choke?
It's coming.
So. Yeah, I think the difference in the game really is just going to be the quarterback play. Which quarterback plays the best? I think that's going to I feel like that's a basic answer, but I think that's going to win. That's who's going to win. So I hope it's Drake May that plays better and the Patriots win.
All right, Nick. Well, thanks for coming on. Next time we see you, better get that handicap down into single digits.
All right, we'll do it. See y'all, fellas. See y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Man, what a guy.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's an exciting weekend
right there.
For any sports fan, but definitely for Patriots guys.
Yeah, I'm pumped for him. I wish I could have like live footage of Nick watching that game. He's
I hope they lose.
Well, we couldn't get. You didn't have another question for him, did you? We can bring him back on.
No, okay. I'm good. No.
I forgot. I was gonna throw it over to you one more time, but
sick of seeing the freaking Red Sox flag in the background.
I mean, his room was just boss.
Gosh.
Oh god, that's funny,
no shamrocks back there, so that saved me.
Is that at all the Boston sports? That's your least favorite?
So I hate the Celtics. I hate the Celtics.
Well, while we're on topic of Super Bowl, we'll kind of we'll a little bit move off of the topic of football a little bit, but we'll stay on Super Bowl. Commercials is always a topic that people like to talk about, and I'm going to go ahead and say it. The commercials now are no different than what you see on the TV when you're watching a regular day.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even pay attention anymore.
Like I'm just as entertained by commercials that come on while I'm watching the Family Feud than I am on the Super Bowl.
I think Doritos throws a good one at you, or Budweiser or something like every.
Exactly. Well, I just remember 15 years ago, it was like every commercial seemed like it was dynamite, and now it's like half of them are stupid.
Same with Verizon, AT&T. I mean, it's just the same stuff.
Yep. And then they're losing me with some of these performers that are getting at halftime, but we won't get into all that because people might like to get political. Do you, off the top of your head, and I know this is tough, I didn't send you to do any research on this, but can you think of one of your favorite Super Bowl commercials of all time? Because I don't know that I can off the top of my head, but
no, I mean I
really don't.
I don't think I can think of one.
That proves my point. It's gonna prove my next point is these things don't stick. They're not entertaining to me. And I think overall, they're such a waste of time, and there's so many of them that it ruins the greatest sporting event in the
Yeah.
world.
And these corporations spend millions of dollars for like 20 seconds on
I
TV.
just don't like, I'm out. Like, just run it like you run a normal game. We don't need this game to last
Look,
4.5
for
hours.
this game, I'm gonna do the same thing as I do from other games. Commercials come on, I'm gonna go pee, I'm gonna go get a drink, I'm gonna go get a snack. I mean, I don't
Yeah, I'll
stay
watch.
on the couch for the commercials. Check
I'm getting to
Twitter,
where
whatever.
Yeah, I'm getting to where I'll turn the channel during halftime.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm not watching that crap.
What about this? What about this weekend? Turn the channel.
I will turn the channel this weekend. And, like, I'm telling you, I don't wanna get into the debate because, like, people get so sensitive about this. Like, the Kendrick Lamar thing last year, people got so sensitive. I don't know who Bad Bunny is. I really have no idea
No,
who
I
that
don't
is.
either.
Had to look him up. I listened to, like, 2 songs, and I never heard either one of them. I was like, "Okay,
Yeah, I don't know him, but
we'll
I hope
go,
he does good.
we'll go for a walk." Yeah, I hope no one dies. But,
Yeah.
um, with that being said, there is one thing I'm looking forward to during the commercial break, and as
Yes.
you know, as a lot of people that know us know, we're big
Yeah.
Marvel fans, and this is a sports show. We're gonna, because this is gonna be
We'll do it
happening.
quick, but
We'll do it quick, but because this happened during the Super Bowl, Marvel is releasing.
yeah.
Is that confirmed?
Yes, I think it's end of the first quarter.
All right. So Marvel is releasing the Doomsday trailer for the newest Avengers movie. And
Let's
kinda
go.
got me thinking. Mason's fired up. Mason's probably the biggest Marvel fan that I know, but
I love
he
it.
brought to my attention that we should, before we did our top 5 Super Bowls of all time, we'll get into our top 5 segment now, and we'll rank the top 5 Marvel movies of all time. And before we get into that,
Man, he
Marvel
got the
comic,
Marvel
baby.
comic shirt.
You know, you got Spider-Man right there,
Goat. I see
Iron Man,
Black
Black
Panther,
Panther.
Rocket's down there.
I don't know who
Thor, I see him. I
Eternity
see
is.
him.
Thor, Thanos.
She-Hulk.
Yep. Um, so anyway, I can go first if you want me
Yeah.
to, but this is MCU movies, correct?
Yeah, that's all I did.
That's all I did. All right, so I'm gonna start with 5. Actually, I'm gonna start with 1 and 2 because I feel like you might have altered yours a little bit, but like I went Endgame, Infinity War, which I didn't want to.
One's Endgame, two's Infinity War.
But let's actually let's go back and forth let's
Yeah.
go 5 to 1. Let's go back and forth. But everybody knows my top 2 because I felt
Yeah.
like it was a no-brainer. But all right, so number 5 for me, Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
That's a
I
good
really
one.
like that movie.
I struggled making this list today.
I
I'm
did
not even
too.
gonna lie. And I threw in a lot at 5, and I settled. And this was not this case a year ago, but I settled on Iron Man. OG. Yeah, Iron Man. I mean, because it just set up everything. When his story came full circle at Endgame, I got it. And I don't think the movie's the top 5 movie, but just
But what it
nostalgia and what it set up, I just went Iron Man.
That was a good one, and you're right. There's no MCU without the first Iron Man, but his character arc is amazing.
And doesn't look like he's done.
Might not be over.
Not what
We'll
I'm
see.
hearing.
Maybe they'll drop some stuff on us for this Doomsday trailer. We'll learn more.
I think we'll see something.
My number 4 is Captain America: Winter Soldier.
That is also my number 4.
That's your number 4?
Yeah.
I wonder if our 3, 2, 1's gonna be the same.
No.
Maybe.
No, they're not. They're not gonna be the same.
My number 3 is Thor: Ragnarok.
That's a good one. That was the one I had at 5, and then I moved it for Iron Man. My 3 is Guardians 3. I think that is I think that is the best movie that Marvel's ever put out.
That movie's fantastic.
Okay.
You know, people aren't gonna. That's not gonna be in everybody's top 5. I actually love the fact that it's in both of our top 5s because that movie.
I love that movie.
So slept on.
It's good. It's so
And
good.
if
Go
you don't
watch if you've never
Yeah,
seen
I was
it.
about to say, if you don't think that movie's in your top 5, go watch it again.
Go watch it again. I
Go
mean,
watch
make
it
you
again.
cry. I mean, make you
Yeah.
happy. And Beastie Boys. I mean, it's everything. Go
It's
watch
so
it.
good. The soundtrack is lit.
And
All
our
right,
2 and 1 are different.
Number 2, I got Infinity War.
I got Endgame. I don't
Okay.
know. I went back and forth on them.
So you got Infinity War at number 1,
Yeah.
and I got Endgame at
I don't
number
know.
1.
I don't know. I mean, they're great movies.
Dude, and like you said, there's probably I wrote down in my notes on my phone like every single MCU movie. and I went through and I narrowed it down to probably 15 that I could put in my top 5.
Yeah, I mean, God, there's so many. Like Ragnarok
And it was
deserves to
tough,
be.
and the part that sucks to me is, like, Endgame and Infinity War have to be in there, so there's only 3 spots.
Yeah, and I noticed how neither one of us had either of the other 2 Avengers or Civil War, which I thought for sure that you'd have Civil War in your top 5,
That was
or
probably
Spider-Man: No Way Home, which I
I
also thought would be
I
somewhere.
had I had Guardians 3, I had No Way Home, I had Civil War, and I had the first Captain America movie all sitting at 5.
See, I love the first Avenger. That's a
The
good
first
one.
Avenger is so good.
But not many people love that as much as we do.
You
I
know,
love that movie. I think it's good World War II, or was it World War One? One of those classic films,
World
and
War II,
yeah.
that's my, that's probably personally, that might be my favorite because it's just right up my alley.
I can't wait for the trailer. We're gonna get an inside scoop on
Yep.
everything.
And then, like, shout out Shang-Chi. People be sleeping on Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi's good. Man, Shang-Chi's good. I think we might see him in Doomsday.
I'm pumped up for that, and, once that drops, we'll probably have to do a whole episode on the Doomsday
Gosh,
one,
that'd be
but,
so much to unpack.
so dang, this episode's going by so quick. Nick gave us so much, good stuff, but,
We'll be
we'll
over on this.
go rank our, top 5 Super Bowls of all time
Let's-
next.
You're gonna go same thing we did there, bounce off each other, and
Yep. I'll start because actually, you start this one because
yeah, I'll start. And disclaimer: that this I have not been alive for that long. Was born in 01, so I have anything before 2007, 2006, or 2007.
Yep, we
Um,
did decide instead of doing all time because that'd have been a lot of research and a lot of just, like, not really knowing because
it doesn't hit, you know?
you gotta live through the time to
Yeah.
understand, like, what's at stake. So
Yes.
we did the top 5 of the Super Bowls that we were alive to see or old enough to remember.
And 5, I don't know why. I mean, I don't remember it as much. I watched it. I don't think I watched the whole thing. I must have, I was 12, so I had other things going on. I got Ravens 49ers in Super Bowl 47, 2013, when the lights go down. The Harbaugh Bowl in New Orleans. I remember it being a close game, and I just couldn't not put anything else at 5. The other 4 were far superior, but that's where I went with at 5.
That was that Super Bowl will be remembered forever.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, the lights went out.
I mean, I remember, like, going to school the next day and just being so tired because that game didn't go off till, like, 2:00.
Yeah,
That's like sitting there and I don't know. What year was that?
2013.
2013. Alright. I'll do my number 5. So, I went a little bit a different route here with this one. The rest of them I went by, like, the good games, but this one, I did the Super Bowl 55 in 2021, Bucks 31, Chiefs 9, which it wasn't a great game, but it was Tom Brady's last one. You know, it was just a masterclass performance from the GOAT, and he took
That
down
was
Patrick
that's a fun one.
Mahomes. You know, like, he blew him out, but I remember watching that. It was, like, during COVID. I remember watching that and just being like, "This is the first time in my life I've ever pulled for Tom Brady. This is sick."
Yeah. We do have some breaking news in the NBA. I'll share in a minute.
I
Just
got
come
my
across
own
my
buzz
screen
too.
there.
I saw James
Number
Harden game.
4, I went with the game that I feel like moved on from way too quick, and I think it's just because of Patrick Mahomes. But in 4, I got Chiefs 49ers in 2024. Chiefs Niners Part 2, Super Bowl 58. It went overtime, and the 49ers took the ball. And I don't think the 49ers knew that they moved away from that rule in the playoffs, that even if you score first, the other team gets a chance. And they didn't score, and Mahomes went down the field and they scored.
That is, that's the longest. I think that's the longest NFL game of all time.
Really?
Yep,
I
because
didn't know that. Commercials.
I think only 2 or 3 Super Bowls have ever gone into overtime. And before, I mean, obviously before the playoffs, if it goes the whole length of the overtime, it's just a tie. So in the Super
Yep.
Bowl, because that one went the whole length of the overtime and then into the double overtime.
Yeah.
So that was the first time that's ever happened. And
Yeah. That was yeah, exactly.
so that's the longest NFL game of all time.
That was a good game. And
All right. So,
Patrick.
and I also just realized, I did not realize this when I made this list. All 5 of my, actually, I'm not gonna say that's gonna spoil it, but number 4, I'll say this afterwards. But number 4, I got Super Bowl 52, 2018, Eagles 41, Pats 33, Philly special. I remember, I don't like the Eagles at all, but I remember, like, just being in awe of, like, how the Philly fans went out there and just pretty much destroyed their city.
Yeah.
And, like, you could tell how much that meant to that fan base, and, like, that was an elite game. Like, Tom Brady they ran the trick play, and Tom dropped the pass. Remember, he was wide open.
Yeah. Yeah,
he dropped
exactly.
it, and then Nick Foles, backup quarterback, goes in there and dethrones, like, the
Yeah.
dynasty. So, that's my number 4.
My number 3, which I don't know, I think you might have this one a little bit higher, but I have the one that Nick was talking about, Falcons Patriots 2017 Super Bowl 51. 28-3 comeback. Lady Gaga, halftime performer. I mean, just everything was hitting that night.
She came from the roof.
I think she did. Yeah, I think she did. I mean, she would.
She's awesome.
She's on that Bad Romance stuff.
She's
And
awesome.
Patriots got it done in overtime. I mean, we all remember that game. I don't have to explain it.
True. I mean, that's a classic, and that's on my list, but not at 3. Number 3, I got
Uh-oh.
Patriots or Super Bowl 49, 2014, Patriots 28, Seahawks 24. Nick gave us a breakdown on this. Malcolm Butler intercepting Russell Wilson
Yeah.
at the goal line. All you got to do is give the ball to Marshawn Lynch, and Seattle wins the Super Bowl. That's an iconic one.
Yeah, that's my number 2. I had Seahawks Patriots there too. You just explained a great game all around. You had, just Pete Carroll, just disaster
elite-
class.
Elite team. Disaster class.
There you go.
My number 2 was your number 3, so we flipped those, but Patriots 34, Falcons 28, Super Bowl 51 in 2017, 28-3. The one thing that this was the first overtime Super Bowl of all time.
And
obviously the 28-3 is what everybody talks about, but do you remember Julian Edelman's catch?
Yes.
The ball tipped and he
I meant to say something about
this far from the ground. That's like I'll never forget that
And
because
Julio John had a great catch on the sideline.
Yeah, you're right.
Too.
You're right. And
That was
like,
a great
dude,
game.
that was a great game. That's why it's number 2. I mean,
Yeah.
and I know what your number 1 is, and it's the same as mine.
I don't know. It was the first Super Bowl I remember watching.
Go ahead.
2009, Pittsburgh Steelers and Arizona Cardinals.
Damn it. That was a
You
great
remember
one.
that one? And I was at a buddy's house who lived across the street from us. And I barely remember this game. I was
Shout out
8.
Peyton Smith.
Huh?
Shout out Peyton Smith.
Yeah. No, I was actually at when we lived in by the church at mom's house. And I was 8, and I barely remember the Steelers going down the field and throwing a corner rocket to Hines Ward on the sideline in Pittsburgh against Arizona. What's number 1?
I don't know what I'm doing with my list, and I also don't know what you're doing with your list. Because
Joe Burrow?
No. So, for one, your number 1 makes perfect sense, and I have no idea how it's not on my top 5. I feel like an idiot. That was the greatest throw of all time.
Yes, and the pick 6. You had Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah. Wait, you said Pittsburgh beat Arizona in that one, right?
Yeah, the Steelers won that one.
Okay, so that was when Ben Roethlisberger hit yeah. Dude,
that was back corner, just a laser.
That's the greatest throw of all time. I don't care what anybody says.
And I didn't even consider that in top 5 until I was like looking earlier at the Super Bowl, and I was like, dude, that's the first one. I don't remember the helmet catch in 2008. I don't think I watched it. Had other things going on, I guess.
That's my number 1.
Okay.
Giants
I don't
17.
remember that. I didn't watch it.
That's 14.
I'm sure that would have probably also been mine, but
because you had the Patriots were undefeated. They're about to be the first team since the '72 Dolphins to win every game and win the Super Bowl. You had the David Tyree helmet catch, Eli Manning, just David and Goliath kind of story.
Yeah.
It makes sense why you didn't put it on there because I wasn't really thinking about you not remembering that one. But like, dude, I hold myself accountable. That Ben Roethlisberger throw is electric.
Yeah, and I don't barely remember that game, but I do remember the pick 6 and Roethlisberger throwing the laser in the corner. And I remember that was the time I remember seeing Larry Fitzgerald and seeing him on the Madden cover that same year. So
yeah. Damn it, dude. That makes me so mad. That's one of my favorite games of all time. I've rewatched that entire game.
Really?
And I didn't even put it in my top 5. That pisses me off. And
I don't know the spectacle of it, but
that's the last one Pittsburgh's won, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
We're rolling in this thing. We're already past an hour, but we'll finish what we have to talk about.
They'll cut it off if they want to.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna move into the most. We know why you're here. Shout out Marshawn Lynch. Seattle's back in the Super Bowl. You know why I'm here. You're here because Mason has some money moves for you, and if you wanna make money, if you wanna
Yeah.
get rich, you listen. Let me before you get going, I wanna say he has still not missed. Last
What
week,
about the Wolverines?
he took, you know, Wizards +2,
That's easy.
Michigan -1.5, lock. They beat Michigan State in the battle for Paul Bunyan's axe.
And
So
they came
now we're
back
going
if they were gonna win that one.
well,
Yeah.
you almost jinxed it. You text me, you're like, "Do I know ball or do I know ball?" And I'm
I
like,
know
"What's
they
the score?"
yeah, I know.
It was like 41-28. I'm like, "Dang." And
And I
then
before I go into this week, I do want to say I have 7 bets because it is the biggest week of gambling in America. It's the Super Bowl, and all of these are Super Bowl bets. So if I happen to miss up on one, just know I have like some crazy props in here.
right.
If they hit, you're gonna be rich. If they don't, you just lose out on $5.
So pretty much like
My first 2 won't lose.
he knows ball. He doesn't know music, coin toss, like
Yeah.
like
No,
there
I
could
do
be
know
some
the
prop
coin toss.
bets.
We'll get there in a second.
All right. So drop some knowledge on us. I'm gonna write everything down so I can
Yeah.
remember
These
and know
first
how.
2 are locks. Take them. And this goes back to what Nick was talking about this game. It's going to be a good game. Everybody is falling for the Seahawks -4.5. Nope, do not do it. Seahawks money line, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
We
not where
have
I
a
thought you were going with that.
we have a 27-24 ball game. Seahawks win. We have a
Seahawks money line.
and that I'm going to swing back because I have number 7 is going to swing back on this, but Seahawks money line. This is going to be a really good game. Here I see a late field goal or a late field goal miss or something. Seahawks win by 27-24.
Yeah, or it could be like 27-17, and then Sam Darnold throws a pick six. Something like that.
I do have the 27-24 score prediction, which, if you're good at math, I think equals 51.
That sounds like an
Take
over to me.
over 45.5. Enough said.
So those are your guaranteed locks.
Those are my guaranteed locks. We're going to have some fun with a few bets
So
here.
the next 5 bets he's going to give you, maybe just put, just your monthly rent on it, maybe not the whole mortgage.
Exactly. And you might, and a couple of these, you might win a lot of money. First one, 3, is kind of a double header here. You got JSN anytime touchdown, and that's going to hit. That's a lock. That's one. That also goes into 1 and 2. If you want to have a little bit of fun, throw in JSN first touchdown of the game plus 1,700. That can win you some money.
JSN first touchdown of the game?
First touchdown plus 10 to win 170. Have fun.
Sounds good to me.
Number 4 is my favorite bet of the Super Bowl. And I know we joke a lot about, well, I'm just not a joke, but I never lose bets. I have not missed this bet since Brady and Buccaneers won the Super Bowl. I did not place this bet one time from that. The coin toss I have hit every time since Tom Brady and Buccaneers won.
Impressive.
This year, I've talked to the coin. I've talked to the ref. Guys, lock in heads. It's heads this year. It is heads. It was tails last year. We hit big one last year. It's heads.
What did coin say? I'm about to land on my back?
Yeah. The coin, he gave me a nod, and he was like, yeah.
I ain't landing on my head.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The coin said heads. That's a big one. Put your life savings on that one.
All right, dude.
Number 5, I love this one because I think it's an over, but it gets there in the second half. I got Patriots over 3.5 punts. There you go. Now we're digging deep.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's on there. And on there, you know what I'm talking about.
On that legal app.
Yeah, number 6, I got Drake May throwing a pick.
I'm on 7, but maybe one of us can't.
Oh, well, you got number 3 as
JSN first touchdown of the game.
So yeah, 8.
Drake May pick.
Drake May's with the pick. Either late when they're trying to drive to lose by 3 or early when they're having a slow start. We're hoping for late so we can get that punt in the first. 7, if you want to win some money. And this is crazy because we just talked about this. Okay. I have this game going to overtime. Prop bet, this game will go to overtime.
And then, so you're thinking overtime Seahawks money line.
And that gets us the over.
It's all coming together.
And remember, the overtime bet, the punts, heads, and the first touchdown was just to make you money. It could lose.
I'm kind of shocked you didn't have in there Sam Darnold over 3.5 interceptions and under on 115 yards, but
I took it easy on the old guy.
Yeah, we'll let it ride. I can't wait for him to be Super Bowl MVP and have to come on here next week and be like,
He's the
So
favorite. He's the betting favorite to win the MVP, which
give me
I get because I was thinking Njigba, but the quarterbacks are going to lean as the favorite. Even if he throws 3 touchdowns to him, it's still Darnold throwing the ball.
Darnold can't throw the ball.
He's the favorite. Hey, take Trevion Henderson.
I'm taking Drake May
It could be. If they win, he probably will win it.
because they're going to win because Sam Darnold is going to lay an egg. I'm riding on it, so Patriots defense better step up or I'm going to look like I don't know anything. But anyway, we'll get
That's
off
good.
of this because if we keep talking, you'll start picking up on things and listen to what Mason's saying, and you'll end up making too much money that you want.
Yeah, I can't kill Vegas. They got to make money too.
So we're going to move into something that unfortunately we sat through and watched. And I know we're running up on a minute or an hour, 10 minutes, but we're going to talk about
We got time.
the Royal
Not
Rumble.
even halftime yet.
What's the score?
Royal Rumble. The Heat are getting beat by. 20. All right.
Heater down 20. You can turn that off. So I grew up a huge WWE fan, as did Mason. I just want to say that I was extremely disappointed in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, look, I never watched WWE. I got snowed in, and I was like, look, the Rumble's on. They're hyping up the Rumble.
They were hyping it up.
I was like, well, let's tune in, and it was bad.
It was bad. So I don't want to talk about it much. I'm going to go through. I'm going to name all 30 players in the players. I'm going to name all 30 wrestlers in the Rumble, and I just want to
Superstars.
I want to hold you accountable. See,
Right.
you know, I want you to tell me which of these wrestlers you've heard of, and then we can kind of talk about the ones that we have heard
And I'll
of.
go on like before, because obviously now I've heard their name because we watched it.
Right. Before the Rumble, and also this will be. There's some words that I have a tough time pronouncing.
Okay.
You know.
That's all right.
Okay, number 1, Obafemi.
No.
All right.
Big old guy.
What about Braun Breaker with 2 Ks?
No.
Never
I
heard
don't
of him.
know that guy.
So we're over 2. So you're the same boat as me.
And dude got just
Solos?
no.
No. Booyaka.
Yeah, see. And just threw him out after like 2 minutes.
I know.
The GOAT of the
I was
Royal
like-
Rumble.
I saw him come in at 4. I'm like, oh, he's about to Iron Man this thing, being here for 40 minutes. No, straight to the turf. All right. Number 5 was Rusev.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not the current character that guy's taking, but like the old Russian Rusev that was like around when I was like finishing up watching it. Yeah, he's been around a good while.
All right, you're one up on me. I never heard of that guy.
Yeah, you never heard of Rusev?
Matt Cardona.
No.
What
I
about
don't even
Damian?
remember him being in there.
Not me either. Damian Priest.
I feel like I had heard it, but no.
Not me. What about Javon Evans?
No.
Mr. Iguana.
What? WTF was,
When he came out, I was like, nah.
I mean,
This is
What?
it was one thing when they went to PG. You know, I used to love when Stone Cold Steve Austin get up there and just flip everybody off.
yeah.
And you know, they went PG. They changed a lot of John
Mr.
Cena's.
Iguana.
Mr. Iguana. So
That was rough.
I'm gonna speed this up. Trick Williams,
No.
Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
Bingo. All right, I got 2 on there. You got 3. What about El Grande Americano?
No, and that was, I remember he coming out, that's just a knockoff Rey Mysterio who did better than Rey Mysterio.
And then what about the original El Grande Americano?
Did not understand that.
Didn't understand that either. What about Royce Keys?
No.
Austin
That's
Theory.
news to me. Who?
Austin Theory.
No.
No, me either. Bronson Reed.
No.
Okay, this is the one I was dreading. When I wrote this down, I was like, I gotta say this on the podcast. Ilja Dragunov. Ija.
No, I don't remember that person being in there either.
About La Parka. Dragon Lee.
No.
Logan Paul.
I know him, yeah.
It pissed me off when he came out. I was like,
Yeah. He did good too, like top 4.
dude, he's a big dude.
He's a big guy.
He's huge. I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit, he's huge. And
Paul
he,
Brothers.
I'm like, this is the guy that boxed Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather was like 5'7".
Facts, yeah, that guy, yeah. I
I
can't
mean,
remember Logan or Jake. They confused me.
yeah, Jake just got his whole face broken by that guy that got arrested and killed somebody in that wreck. L.A. Knight.
No. But apparently the universe was very excited about this guy.
I know L.A. Knight because when shout out Nick, but me and Nick and then Leroy, who will eventually probably be a guest on this show to preview Daytona 500, we went to SmackDown in Columbia.
Yeah, that is right.
And LA Knight came out, and he was electric, dude. He grabbed the mic, he was in the stage, like, he commanded that whole audience, like, we
I
were
think
like,
that was
LA
like a
Knight.
return, him showing up, I think I saw on Twitter.
It
I
might have
think.
been because everybody in Columbia when we were there, they were pumped for LA Knight. Brock Lesnar, it got good there at the end, I feel like, with the
Yeah,
name.
Brock's elimination was during the other guy's entrance. I feel like that was just not.
I feel
I
like
don't
they
know.
messed up or something. The
Yeah.
Miz, he was sick.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Ray Phoenix, never heard of him.
Mm.
Jey Uso.
Yeah, but I mean, when I watched, he was like a nothing tag team with his brother. Now he's like
Yeah.
the guy. So
I remember the Uso brothers.
yeah,
Roman Reigns.
Yep.
Jacob Fatu? I don't know how you say his name.
Nope.
Penta.
Who?
Penta.
I don't even know.
And then the Legend Killer, the OG Legend Killer, Randy Orton.
Yes, I mean, the GOAT should have won.
And now the new Legend Killer, Gunther.
Yeah, and I've heard of him just because I watched John Cena's thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So overall, obviously Roman Reigns won. Javon Evans was like the Iron Man guy. He was in there for 40 minutes. I mean, it was terrible.
Yeah, they got to get that thing out of Saudi Arabia for one.
Dude, and there was like empty seats. The crowd
There was
wasn't in
nobody
it.
there.
That sucked. But all right, so we'll get the hell away from the WWE.
Let's get on away from it.
Let's get into the NBA.
Let's get into it. Not something I really want to talk about right now, as we're getting our butts whooped. We got breaking news out of the WNBA.
Let me hear it.
Yeah, we're closing in on the second biggest day in NBA other than the NBA Finals. The trade deadline is Thursday, and you would think it was today, with Vucevic going to the Celtics, but at 8:11, so about 20 minutes ago, Clippers have traded the Beard, James Harden, to the Cleveland Cavaliers to land star Darius Garland. That is,
Wow.
and the trade's not fine, like everything involved is not final yet. I'm sure it's more than that, but that's a big trade for the Clippers to get Darius Garland.
My question for you is, what does James Harden's game look like now? Is he still a
he's having a
scorer?
good year.
So he's still got it.
Yeah, he's having a good year.
Like, is he still averaging like 25?
Nah, I'd say 18 or 19.
So he's definitely not what he was.
Yeah, that's just big news. But NBA, kind of the same with how it was last week. The Heat are now solo 7th, but if we lose this game, we're back to tied for 7th, which makes us 8th. Pistons, Knicks, Celtics, Raptors, Cavs, Sixers, Heat, Magic, Bulls, Hawks. In the East, Thunder, Spurs, Nuggets, Rockets, Timberwolves, Lakers, Suns, Warriors, Clippers, Trailblazers. There's Clippers at 9 with Garland now. That's going to be they're going to be the play-in. They're in there with the Warriors, but who knows?
Sets him up to make a run.
Yeah, it could. NBA is just pretty much the same. We're getting throttled by 17 now.
You know what we need?
Well, yeah, I know what we need.
Greek freak, baby.
And that's heating up too, and I've done a lot of research on it today. I do think we'll get him. I think that he'll be at the Heat, but I don't think he'll be at the Heat until season. Just because then you have, when the season flips around, you have like less money that you have to keep. You can have more money to move around. Right now, I don't see him leaving before the deadline. If he does leave the deadline, I can see the Warriors picking him up, which nobody wants.
God, dude, that would suck. And that makes sense though, because they just lost Jimmy Butler for the rest of the season, right?
Yeah. But hey.
And like it makes sense for them because I feel like Steph has only he's definitely
I know. But you got to think these players are, the guys are on their other side of their career. So
it's like, so if you're gonna win in Golden State again, it's got to be now.
Yeah. And I hope they don't get him. I think he'll be Miami Heat. I haven't been confident about getting a player since we did not get Damian Lillard, so it's probably not gonna happen.
Obviously don't know near enough about it, and I don't know as much as you know, but I'm a believer in feelings. I got a damn good feeling he's coming to Miami.
I think he is too, and I'd love it if we get him before 3:00 Thursday. I think
it's on, man, dude. It's on. Like you get Giannis, it's on. Like you can go win freaking 15 of your next 20 and get right back in the thick of it.
And you will. I mean, I think he's still got 2 weeks left until he's like back from he got hurt or whatever. But
sure he did. As soon as he puts that, I mean, he's
right.
hurt.
And nobody was talking about a trade until he got hurt, and then they're like,
he's like, I'm not playing anymore, y'all. My knee hurts.
He won't sign in Milwaukee. Tyler Hero posted a picture of him when he was little in a Milwaukee Bucks shirt.
I know what that means.
He must know that he's gone.
I know what that means. That's gonna be electric.
I
might buy NBA TV for the last half of the season just to watch Giannis play for the Heat.
You might have to. That'd be great. That'd be good stuff.
So, what's the Heat got in the next few weeks or few games?
Let's see. We had I said last week we had a big stretch. The 4 games was Orlando, Bulls, Bulls, Bulls.
Yep.
And we went 2-2. We beat the Bulls twice, lost to the Bulls, and then lost to the Magic.
Yep.
Right now we're playing the Hawks, which at this point in the season, you gotta win. These are games you gotta win. You're in All-Star break. Friday, we're in Boston, so we could chalk that one up as a
Might have to
loss. But then
we
we
might
really hit win season. We got Washington, Jazz, Pelicans, Hawks, Grizzlies, Bucks. That should be a clean sweep.
Yeah.
Especially with how bad the Bucks are now without Giannis. Grizzlies are terrible. Pelicans are awful. We should be getting to and the list. We have the second easiest finish in the NBA.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, we have played all our hard games early. And
Well,
we're over 500. So I think and then we got Sixers, Brooklyn Hornets. So
it's
which
on.
we'll be at that Hornets game, I'm hearing.
I'm down to go and
Somebody says that we're gonna be in Charlotte that night. We'll see.
what day of the week is that game?
Friday night.
I'm in.
Right?
I'm in.
That's what they're saying, at least.
I'm in. That sounds. I'll be curious to see if the Heat can go on a run. When will we get Giannis? Like, if we do get him, when do you think that'll be? If we get him before the trade deadline, like what is his first game that he'll suit up for us?
Oh, it'd be quick. Well, he's hurt. With our schedule, he might sit out a couple extra games. I think March. You'll see him in March.
All right.
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
Early March. Hopefully, I would love to go to that Heat game with Giannis playing. That's a month, I think, for sure. I mean, if we get him, obviously we got to get him before Thursday. But
yeah, I think the NBA is this is about the time of year after the All-Star break when it really starts to get good to me. But I think I have a bone to pick with fantasy basketball. There's got to be a better way to do it.
You're beating me right now.
I haven't looked at dude. That is the most confusing thing I've ever done in my whole life, ever.
Honestly, yeah, it is. But I've kind of got the hang of it.
Dude, it's like calculus. I can't figure it out.
Yeah, I've got the hang of it, and I've won 6 in a row.
Holy shit!
And you're beating me right now.
But I mean, who's? Tell me my best player.
You get Cade Cunningham, and Jamal Murray,
2 All-Stars.
Anthony Davis, who's out.
I'll trade him.
I'll take him. Bam's got 5 points at halftime. Derek White's got -3. I don't really know how the points work. I could not tell you.
Dude, I tried to figure it out, and I tried to there's been some people, if you're watching this in my fantasy league, I don't know all the people in that league, but if you somehow stumble upon this, stop sending me trades. All right? Because I know you're trying to quit. I don't know what's going on.
I'm not going to, so quit asking.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who half the players are involved in these trades, and I'm not keeping up with it enough so stop trying to take advantage of me. Let me lose my games. Let me beat Mason, but let me lose the rest of my games, and leave me alone.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be in this. I've already paid. I'm gonna pay. I hadn't paid yet, but I'm gonna pay and take my losses and get out of there. I'm never playing fantasy basketball ever again. I mean, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun.
You got any NBA thing? Any else NBA to add before we move into our last but not least segment?
I think that's it. I mean, we're all start breaking it in 2 weeks and trade deadline. So by March will be here, and it'll be a horse race.
You know, we're obviously I mean, you're very knowledgeable in the NBA, and that's why thank God this will be a football only show.
Yeah, I love the NBA,
but that's going to dominate kind of what we talk about.
Yeah, you got to start locking in on it
until baseball season starts. So I'm going to really have to start watching and try to catch back up. But so we've been kind of keeping up with this Andrew Jackson High School golf team, and
oh gosh,
we had an absolute blizzard up in Kershaw, South Carolina. This thankfully it didn't snow. Well, it snowed down in Bluffton. We got like 3 inches, and I woke up the next day and that snow was gone. But rumor has it the Kershaw Country Club is closed until Friday.
Yeah. And I tell my athletic director, just when I thought there couldn't be any more thorns in my side about this stupid golf team.
Yep.
It snows.
Winning golf team.
No, they're going to win. We're going to win. I'm ready for this part to be over with so I have my team.
Yeah.
It snows. It's like 8 inches some points in Kershaw. So course is closed until Thursday. We will have tryouts on Thursday, and tryouts has now been extended to probably the 2 weeks after.
So, I mean, you're gonna be trying out all the way up until the first match.
Yeah, I would say, and I really hope none of the guys hear this, but I sent a text. I have 8 that I am sure will be on the team.
That's fair.
I have 8 that I'm sure. So really, we're having tryouts with about like 30 people for
Have
about
you
I don't
have
want to
you
say that, about a few
announced
spots.
how have you had
No, I'm not gonna announce it really. I mean, I know I got 8 guys who are gonna be on the team who are good at golf.
so there's still a fair amount of spots available for the other 30 guys that
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Not many. I mean, not like double digits, but
right. Well, hopefully the weather clears and you can get the guys out there, and that is one thing that I'm pumped to follow along with.
I know I got the schedules. I don't have it yet. I'll have it next week. But Super Bowl's, yeah, taking my attention away from golf.
One day at a time.
One day at a time.
Yep, gotta get the Super
Hawks
Bowl
this
out
season.
before we can move into the Andrew Jackson High School golf team.
Right. Yeah. They expect me to concentrate.
Well, I think that's all I got. If you got anything you wanna add, but, you got anything?
I think I'm good. Next week's show will look like a recap of the Super Bowl and then
Yeah.
on to everything else.
We
Other
will
sports.
we'll recap the Super Bowl and kinda kiss football goodbye, although football will be a part of every single show
How
'cause
about
with
top
all
5 games of the year coming next week too? Here we go.
perfect. Yep. That's I'm gonna have to do some digging on that. There was a lot of good ones, but,
We'll have the MVP to recap.
Yep.
And the football awards. I think they come out like a day before the Super Bowl or something.
and, that's a good point, and then Nick, if he comes back on, if the Patriots win, and then we'll kinda be leading into Daytona 500's coming up. I don't know the first thing about racing, but Mason, he likes them to go real fast and real left, and,
Yep.
we'll probably bring in a guest to,
Can't bet against Larson.
pour one out for Biffle, but, we gonna yeah, we'll dive into a little bit of NASCAR, a little bit of basketball, we'll kinda keep talking about football, obviously. Next week, we'll recap the Super Bowl, and, we'll keep it moving, so we'll see you next Wednesday, and, thank everybody for tuning in.
All right.